What earth-shattering secret are you still carrying with you? My mum was put on one of those drugs in the 80s where they later found out most of the people taking it attempted and often succeeded suicide. They had lawsuits about it in other countries. I woke up to the female tenant my mum boarded crying over the suicide note where my mum had attempted an overdose. The adult in the room couldn't go check upon her, but I did. She was alive but unresponsive. I literally beat her back into the realm of the living like an angry ape. We never spoke about it until it came out that it was a very common and problematic side effect of the drug. These two people at work would constantly bully me and backstab me for many years. It went so bad that they convinced my new friends to beat me up because they spread rumors about me. I had enough that I decided to make a fake account impersonating as one of the two people who bullied me and left hate comments on the other person's post. A few days has passed and then he beat her up after work. Part of it was the fake comments I left. I wasn't surprised that he would believe that she made the hate comments that I made since they both were very gullible anyway. Not entirely earth-shattering. A few years back we had a family dog who became increasingly aggressive towards our other smaller dogs after we moved. It got to the point where he was aggressive with everyone including me. He bit me, both my kids and my brother. We had to confine him to the basement to keep everyone safe. I knew he was a ticking bomb. I told everyone I found a new home for him without kids or other pets and he would be happier. I had him put down. I have never told anyone. My kids think he lives with an older single man on a farm. At a really young age. Completely oblivious to what they're getting themselves into. Developing a fetish that might ruin their life and make it extremely difficult to function in a normal relationship. Sure, if he was wearing a condom or the condom broke since I was pretty drunk, that I ended up getting pregnant and secretly hid an abortion from not only my friends but my family for the next few months. Thank goodness I did, since I just saw on the news a few weeks ago that he went to jail for domestic abuse of his current partner. When that grocery chains was sick of handing out green stamps and paying a fee for doing so, and would therefore collectively drop them and not try to get an edge on other stores by reinstating them. Years later that is what happened. Don't tell me conspiracies aren't real, HMN. Maybe I should cross-post this to the conspiracies sub. I could have stayed one more day at home instead of heading back to uni when my dad was in hospital for lung cancer. I was a smoker at the time and abstinent at home. My family didn't know I smoked. I desperately wanted a cigarette, so left for uni on Monday. Dad died Tuesday. No one in my family knows. One of the few things I regret and wish I could undo. Boardroom meeting at the Directors Guild building, in which several of the most powerful and influential industry icons met to discuss the issue and ways to deflect and mitigate future accusations. Maybe not as juicy as you want, but that's what I've got. I was kidnapped for 4 months at 13. Only my immediate family, a couple doctors and therapists know, and I've mentioned it a couple times on Reddit because it's anonymous. I was known as the guy who was kidnapped in my freshman year of high school, but thankfully teens have short memories and I don't talk to anyone from HS. Years of an existential crisis, depression and porn addiction that I've worked through hard and long enough to start rebuilding my physical and mental education. Safe to say I do not want anybody to know about it aside from maybe you guys. Oh, and a cousin of mine is actually my half-brother who's a product of rape. Few people that one of my uncles through marriage sexually assaulted another, his wife's sister and his wife, son, daughter-in-law, and grandkids don't know. But I do, and I'm forbidden to tell. He is dying. Being raised in a dysfunctional family is uncomfortable as hell. An old guy lives next door, and he always plays with us, the children in the neighborhood. One day he asked us to lie down with him, and he started groaning behind me. I was 4. At that time I didn't understand, and I never talked about it until he died. And I knew what it was when I turned into a teenager. Me and my half-sister are the only ones who know how one of our brothers actually died. It was drug overdose, but we told the family it was heart attack. Very religious family. I already looked down on him for not believing in God. We didn't want to give them another reason to talk poorly of him. The night before prom in 12th grade, I got spat on by an alpaca at a petting zoo. I ended up having to tell my BF that I was too sick and couldn't go. I never admitted to anyone the truth, that there was no way I could go out in public smelling like that. Two of my best mates I'd known for over 11 years were hooking up secretly for months, if not longer, behind both of their partners' backs. The only reason I haven't said anything is without proof. I doubt anyone would believe me. Nothing earth-shattering, just random, boring celebrity gossip I've run into by accident. There's no grand conspiracies. There's just rich people sometimes doing shitty moves and getting away with it. That I never sketch anything before I paint it, cause every time I did that the painting came out worse, not better. My imagination in front of a blank canvas seems to work better for me. The megadorf is approaching the bottom opening of a downhole pipe at an oil well near Midland. TX. Once he's sucked up and pops out in a couple of weeks, humanity is doomed. Yeah. Like I am going to give that one away on a random forum. This reminds me of those Pornhub videos. Don't worry. I won't show this to anyone. It's just for me. Well, ain't that one for the books? Got a tip to share: never sneak into a horse barn. You never know what you'll get, could be more than what you bargained for. I have found a way to access Google Docs Troffer browser. As long as you can access it Troffer link, I can find it. That seems pretty hardcore to me. I had a weird sexual kink with horses. One night this older guy and his granddaughter tied me up and made me smell horse farts for 12 hours. We did get married for the kids. Don't get me wrong, I've grown to love you since. But with the kids not here, I would be single. I know how many licks it takes to get to the Tootsie Roll center of a Tootsie Pop. 3 was just a cover-up perpetrated by Big L. Life is a lie, life is a lie, believe me, goddamn it, before they take me again. Nothing is real, life is L. Coke, cheating, STDs, alcoholism. Certain elite classical violinists better be glad old Hortense isn't a chatty Cathy. I'm being watched by the FBI, but they don't know they're after the wrong guy. I'm living another person's life. The world is definitely corrupt, from the places you'd least expect to the most. That's all I feel I can say. I think my grandma killed someone, but my family isn't willing to be fully honest about it to me. About 20 years ago I lost a note the equivalent of about €5 today, and I still remember it. I used to have a fetish for wearing, not using a diaper, and being treated little. If I told you my darkest secret, I'd probably wouldn't be able to speak no more. Oh ho, I've got a doozy. Just hope you're heaven sent and you're hell proof. The full secret tale of Lego set 40,489 would really piss off a lot of people. I probably have at least one child floating around in another country. If I have only told for other people, why would I post it here? How much I got away with? So I'll keep on keeping it secret. Trump and all the GOP liars, SHH. Don't tell the in-laws. Meh, I'm boring. Baby, that's a good thing in this regard. Bitches are more than hoes and tricks. MF shit's complex.